Yo.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
This is the epitome of my dogs.
Hey,
They're laying on each other because they both want to lay in the same spot.
Kind of like.
Look at them. My girl's right here.
Bam thinks she's like a
lap dog because I used to carry her all the time when I first got her. All the time.
Not just like it's still the same.
Anyways, and then they always compete for attention. Even though you both get attention, losers.
Bam's kind of tired. Look.
No, she's just chilling. She's never tired.
No.
Never tired like me.
You're tired in the morning.
Very tired in the morning. Very tired. And so I take like some caffeine, pre-workout. That's all good. Origin Subs plug.
.com.
Or you can get it on BMFIT gear too, with your supplements and you know. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is
why you talk so damn much.
Why do I talk so damn much? That is kind of the question. That's the thing we were talking about. And I meet a lot of you guys in person. I talk to a lot of you guys like face to face now since I've opened the gym, and it's kind of giving me a different perspective on the whole. Sorry, she's just so like. Look at his face. She knows it too. She knows that we're filming her. It's giving me a different perspective on like what I do and like not necessarily why I do it, but I don't know, I guess kind of like my level of like appreciation to be able to do it. A lot of people, yeah, in the comments I read them. They're like, hey, you talk so much, just work out, just do that. And after talking to so many people like in person about like, I mean, people literally talk to me about depression, about going through anxiety, about, and it's tough to talk about sometimes, but like people with like tears in their eyes will share things of like thoughts of suicide, and I saw this and this made me not do that, and thank you for that. And for me, I'm like, I kind of get emotional when I hear these stories because like I can obviously connect with that like on a different level because of what happened in my past, but I hate to say things are crazy. I used to do that a lot, like, yo, it's crazy that this happened, but it's not. It's a gift, and it's a gift that it's happening. And I'm just kind of doing this video to talk to you guys about, like, number one, not necessarily why I talk, but like, I believe that it's far, far more important, the mental aspect of all this, like, life stuff in general. I mean, in this situation, you guys are used to it being like fitness related. But the reality is, if you can master, and I'm not saying for a second that I've mastered my mind or the mind or, you know, anything like that. But what I'm saying is if you can get better and better at like learning how to use your mind and being able to like convince yourself of the good in people, the good in the situations, even when they're bad, good in, you know, your goals, like that it's possible, like the positivity, right? Being able to like catch yourself when, for example, I always give this is because I've noticed this when I was like gotten older. I would get so mad about little things, like if I scratch my car, like my rim, I'd be heated for like a week. And now I'm like, after a couple hours, I'm like, fuck it, it happened, right? So I'm just saying these aspects of like your mental game, your mental strength, like it is so much more important because think about it, when you go hit a PR in a gym, that maximal weight, the hardest thing, you've never done it before, something brand new. 9 times out of 10, you've probably trained enough and you're probably ready to hit that weight, but it's not always about the physical strength. It's about you being able to convince yourself before you go pick up the barbell, am I gonna do this? Can I do this? So that's why I talk so much about stuff like this, because it's far more important than stuff like that. That stuff is secondary. If you can master your mind and your ability to believe that what you're doing, you're capable of completing, you're capable of doing, then this is secondary. This will come with it. Like, you know, you talk about the Arnolds, you talk about the greats, and all these people in bodybuilding. We'll go there because a lot of you guys follow the channel because of that. Mind muscle connection. How do you think you get better at that? It's like, you have to practice it. Like some people have it naturally with certain body parts, certain things like that. But the point is like, the more you like work on those things, like for example, my back has been my lagging body part. Lately, I've been giving it more attention. I've been like, close your eyes, go through reps, go through range of motions, like short, or go like trying to really move the way with your back. It's a mental game more than just physical. Because before, if you put me on a row machine, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do rows and just pull this here to here, or do a deadlift, pull this here to here. And that's what I was able to do, and I could do it well, and most of you guys can too. But it's different when you're like, okay, I want to achieve a certain result. Being like able to take it further mentally, and I'm talking about literally like thinking harder about what you're doing, like focusing on it. And I think just the whole mental aspect of like just life in general and your goals and your dreams, and whether it's physical or business or relationship, it's all the same. Like, I gave this example the other day and it was really great. It was about bodybuilding, right? Like, you guys could all relate to bodybuilding in the sense of like, you know where you're at and you know where you want to go, right? There's like, you have a picture of someone that you're like, man, that's how I want to look. I want to look like that guy, or if it's me, or if it's Arnold, if it's some other person or whatever, right? You want to look like this person because you like it. And how do you get there? Right? Think about this for a second. How do you get there? You watch it, you're like, okay, this is how it looks, this is how I look, and I want to get better. So what do I have to get better at? You're thinking, you're like, okay, I need to get my shoulders better, I need to get my back better. You need to get everything better, let's say. And then how do you figure that out? You go through different things, you learn different things, you like, it's all mental. Like, it's not just, I don't want to say it's not just, how do I say it? Like, I think people get so caught up in like, just the act, like the application of training, of anything, that they forget to like take a step back and like evaluate like the mental aspect of it, like the ability to believe that you're doing something. Instead of just going to do it, like someone will step up and like deadlift, for example. They're strong, they're gonna hit a PR, it's 500, and they know that they're strong, so they go to do it and they just go and try and lift the bar. There's no real like preparation. Some people get it, no problem. But some people, it's like, yo, you need that slap on the back, you need that like that 2 minute where you put your music on, you put Eminem in, you're like, yo, you think about life, you think about the things that motivate you, think about the things that make you angry, you think about things that make you emotional, you turn it on, and you go from not picking the weight up to like, you rip the weight off the floor. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That mental like strength, it's a switch. And if you don't practice it, if you don't work on it, if you don't try to like understand that it's real, like it's not even just my opinion, it's real. Like, your ability to be like, I can do something is so powerful. And I think if you guys know and can relate to that, like the music thing is the best one. Like, go try and hit a PR and just go try and hit it. Barely can anyone can barely do that, unless you're like already just stronger than that. You just found out, you didn't know, right? But most of the time it's that you have to go to that breaking point, that past the point where you've been before, and it's going to be a mental struggle. Like you, every time I've ever not hit a weight, I go down to pick, I'm talking about deadlift because this is like my favorite lift. I'll go down to pick it up, and I'll sit in the bottom, and I'll wrap my hands, and I'll second guess myself. Shit, I don't know if I can do it. Shit, I don't know if I can do it. Every single time. And every time I've ever done that, I've never done it. But anytime I was like, okay, let me step back. Let me think about all the reasons why this is important to me, why I want to do it. I've trained all this time. This is not, let's say it's not too far off what I was able to do 2 weeks ago. This is I've never done this weight, but I take a step back and I think about why it's important to me, what it means to me. Like, what is this going to turn me into, like, eventually? Where am I going with this? How is this going to affect the rest of my life? Is this going to make me a better person, physically, mentally, everything? I want to get through this. I think of all those things now. And you take a step back, whatever you got to do, you put the music in, you get that rush, you get that adrenaline, and then you don't think so much about, oh, pick it up, put it down. It's almost like, how do I say, like, I remember I did when I was doing Olympic weightlifting, and you train to do something, and then eventually when you go to hit that PR, that next level, it's almost like you don't even think about what you're doing. It's just you go down, you grab the bar, and everything almost turns into a blur, and it's done. Right? That's how it should feel, right? Because you believe in yourself so much that like it should almost be autopilot. Now, some new guys may be like, oh, I can't relate to that. It takes time to get there, but the point is to get there, to get anywhere that's like significant of like where you are now, to get anywhere that's like changed, that's hard, that's difficult. Like, it's not just the act of like going there, right? Because what's gonna happen along the way of going there is you're gonna get messed up, you're gonna fall down, you're gonna get injured, you're gonna get turned away. And I'm not just talking about working out now, I'm talking about you want to get a job, you want to get a girl, you're gonna get knocked back. And what happens, you get knocked back, is like you didn't succeed, right? You didn't win that battle. So then you're in your mind, you're like, damn, am I worth it? Am I good enough? Is this good for me? Can I do this? Can I win? Can I still get that girl eventually? Can I still get that lift? Can I still get that job? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? You start to second guess yourself, doubt yourself. Like, I've been there. I know that feeling. Like, I know the feeling of anxiety. I know the feeling of like, yo, like, I'm gonna die. This is the feelings I have. Like, oh, I'm stressing out about this. Like, what's going on? Like, why do I feel like this? I know these feelings, like, very real. So I just want you guys to realize that the only way to really excel in life through those feelings, like thoughts of like depression, thoughts of suicide, things like hard times in your life, even if it's not that serious, just day-to-day things, that things are difficult, road rage, someone like hit your car, you're like, you got a parking ticket, stupid stuff. It's a mental game. The more and more you can understand and like how to like control your thoughts towards it, to like point them towards positivity, the better your entire life will get. I promise, in every aspect. Because life is, you're not gonna be able to avoid bad, period. Understand that, be okay with that. The thing you can always have control over is the way you view a situation, is the way you move forward when it's already done. Because there's one option, there's two options here. Either the situation happened and the worst case scenario is you're dead, and you're not worrying about anything, because it was a car accident, it was something, right? Or the shittiest thing possible happened, and now which way do you go from there? And that's what you gotta think about. And then the only way to like go there to go to the next level from a good situation, or to a good situation, is to be like, okay, the worst case scenario happened, but not the very worst, which is not being here anymore, right? But the worst case, other than death, is like the shittiest thing happened. Someone, you know, your friend passed away, your mom passed away, your brother passed away, your cousin passed away, your grandma passed away, whatever it is. Okay, how can I learn from this? How can I become a better person now, today, for the rest of my life, and help those people around me? Like, that's all that really matters, because at the end of the day, we're all gone. It's all gonna, right? So what we're doing here is so important, right? What you're doing, what you're gonna do after you watch this video, help somebody else. Like, talk good about someone, like, spread love. So this whole message is just kind of like trying to master that mental game, because I know it's not easy. It's not easy, and I'm not telling you guys I've mastered it. She's like, what's going on out there? But yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about that, and kind of just share like this whole, why I like to talk so much, or why I do these talking videos, or why, you know, because everyone says that, but I do it because now I'm like realizing people come up to me and just share the craziest stories with me, and I'm just like grateful, like, because I know where I've been in my life. I've been in certain situations, and like I talked to a kid from Guatemala the other day. I talked to these two 14-year-old kids who play football down here in the valley, like, and to be able to share things like just positive with someone who's younger, older, doesn't matter, it's a blessing. Like, the fact that you guys care about the videos or the things that I say is like, I'm grateful. Without you guys, I wouldn't have this. And I tell everyone who comes in here, they're wearing the gear, I tell them, like, that's the truth. So the only way I got here is because apparently I talk a bunch of bullshit. I mean, it's not bullshit, but apparently I talk a lot, and that's why. And now I see it more once I met you guys, like I said, in person. It's like, it's wild, and I'm just grateful, truly grateful. And my motivations and my things in my life have changed a lot over the years, and more recently. Bam, Kev doesn't need all the kisses right now.
Okay. Go. Go this way.
Bam, come on, over here, come up.
Go.
Come here, up. Good girl, sit down. So yeah, we just kind of did this video just to talk a little about like life stuff, and that's all really. I mean, that's really what it is. I want good for you guys. I want success for you guys, because you guys have helped give it to me. You know I work and I do these videos and I do all this stuff, but without the people who behind the cameras who gave a shit, it wouldn't mean anything. Despite all the hate, all the nonsense, the stuff that people say this, people say that, people put whatever their 2 cents in for whatever reasons they want to do it. That's the thing in life. You got to be like, hey, this is what it is, and take it for what it is, and like, how am I going to make it better? Because you can't avoid everything. I promise. I know I said it earlier. You just got to understand in your life that you can't avoid it, but you can decide how you react to it. And that's what you always have to remember, despite how shitty it is. And I know it's hard when it happens and it's the worst case scenario. It's the hardest thing to be like, there's good here. And a lot of times it won't happen the first week, the second week, the third week, the first year. But eventually, once you get better and better at realizing that, like, in all bad shit, there's good. It's just about how you view it. There's a whole yin and yang in life, man. So, I love you guys. Truly. Appreciate all the support. And without you guys, it wouldn't be real. Without you guys, Bam wouldn't eat the fanciest, most expensive dog food. And I really just kind of like heat up like Hot Pockets and shit. She eats all the good food. But I love you guys. Remember what I said. Right, Hayes? Yes.